Welcome to Fruita Campground. I'm in Capitol Reef National Park, and we have this beautiful campground along the Fremont River. Things to note here: we've got an old settlement farm over here. We got a beautiful old farm building. Over there is the Gifford house, home of wonderful pies and sweet rolls. And something else I haven't seen in a long time: an actual payphone. The campground is divided into 3 loops. Loop A here, Loop B over there, Loop C is just over on the other side of an orchard. Note here, this year, it's 2020, so why not? The fruit trees bloomed, and then there was a hard freeze. There is no fruit in the campground this year. Normally there are orchards and you can just go pick in the open orchard. Whatever you eat, you keep. Anything you carry out, you weigh and take with you. So sites 1 and 2 over here are hosts. Site 3 on my left, site 4 on my left, site 5 on my left. 6 on my right is extra wide, and if you note behind it right now, we have a doe and a buck. So the deer are plentiful here. They come because of the fruit trees. They're very happy here. Site 7 on my left. No sun, no shade over here. Site 9 on my left. Site 8 on my right. Again, these are like double wide spots, so room to comfort, but not very deep. Room to park your trailer and your vehicle next to it. Alright, there's the Gifford house, home of the pies and cinnamon rolls. Hiding over here in the bushes is the buck. And over here I got a doe. These are mule deer. A little different than what I'm used to in Wisconsin. But that's what they have out here. And right behind all these bushes is the river. Around Loop A, I got 10 over here on my right. Again, a very wide paved space. Little bit of shade, not much. 11, not much shade either. 12, there's a little shady spot to sit next to it. And then there's the restrooms. Got 13 on my right, 14 on my left, 15 up there in a really nice shady spot, as well as 16 with a little teardrop there. Also good shade. And the shade matters out here because it's 90 some degrees right now. And that's 17 on the left. And 18 just up ahead there. And that is Loop A. Loop B got 19, again, an incredibly wide site. None of these are very deep sites. 20 on the left, more of a back-end site. 21 on my right, again a very wide site with some good shade across the whole pad. 22 back-end site, lots of shade in that first one too. 24 on my left, 23 on my right, medium shade on those. 24 has some good shade actually, and that's next to the restrooms. 25 on my right. That gives you a sense, the way they're in sideways, how much extra room there is on these pads. 27 on my left, got good shade in that one. 28 on my right has some pretty good shade. 29 is starting to get in the open again as we get close to the river. The campground, got 29 on my left over here, 30 on my right, which is where I chose, and I made the mistake of not getting a shady spot, but I chose it specifically for the access to the pies and to the river down here under this beautiful tree. So the water is nice and cool. Even on a hot day, you put your feet in there, you will drop your core temperature pretty quickly. And a nice way to kind of rinse off a little bit of the day's hikes. Okay, we're gonna go back around and finish this loop. So just past this loop is one of the orchards. that sometimes you would have fruit in it, but not this year. There's 30, 31 on my right, 32 on my left. 31 seems to have some nice shade. 34 has really good shade over there. 33 as well, really good shade. On my left, backed up to the bathroom. It's a nice shady spot. 36 has got some sun peeking through, and it'll be more as the evening goes on. 37 seems to have some good shade on my left. 38 is again one of those really wide pads, but you can see it's deep enough for that vehicle. 39 on my left. Back in sight, some good shade. Big and old and provide great shade here at 40. 41 on my left. And this is where the big wide pad comes in. Get your RV there and plenty of room for your tow vehicle. 42 on my right. 48 on my left. Parking area here for tent walk-in sites. Back in here. 47, well, 43, 44, 45, 46, and 47 are all hiding back here. You can pick a spot with some shade and looks that, with the cliffs overlooking you. Is 50 at the top of the loop, 49 on my right. And that is loop B completed. Between sites, there is a little pathway that takes you over to loop C and the orchards. So this is one of the orchards. This is off the entrance of group C, or loop C. Let's go say hi to the horses. This area in Capitol Reef was settled by Mormons, and this was a town. And they farmed here. It's amazing they would farm against that, but you can see the greenery you get just by having a river flow by. Hello, horses. Good thing you don't have to pull that thing anymore. Tough place to farm, but they did an amazing job of getting fruit trees to take root here and thrive. Take a look at loop C. You actually have to go out to the main road or the scenic road, come back in separate from the other loops, but they connect in the middle. Alright, so loop C is over here on my right. There is a group campsite. Now, while the campgrounds may look very empty right now, they will fill up tonight. You have to book pretty much 6 months in advance for all of these sites. That's 51 on my right, back in, 52 on my right, and then 54 on my left. These are in full sun. 53 is on my right, 55 on my right, 56 straight ahead. 55 and 56 are actually tent walk-in sites. That's 57 there. 58 over here, nice back in with potential shade at the right time of day. 59 over here, well, it used to be shady, not so much anymore. 61 has some shade. 70 on my left, and all of these are back-in sites. They say that's 60 right there. And there are restrooms for this loop right here. And there's the bridge that connects loop B and C. The trail to the river is behind the bathroom here, and the amphitheater is right down there off of site 63, which has a fabulous tree for shade. Backing up here, 62 on my left, and these are huge sites, huge pads. No problem here in 65 fitting in. Had to get the jacks out, but 64 on my left. 67 up here on the right. Yeah, some decent shade in the right time. 66 on my left. Here on my right, with some really nice shade, especially if you park towards the front of the site or put your tent under the tree. 69 on my right. Kind of running out of shade there. 70 on my left. 71 on my right. And that is the complete Loop C. Like I said, all these campsites are full for tonight. It looks kind of empty now, but people are out doing, or they haven't gotten here yet. It's a hike in to get to Capitol Reef, and there's a lot of places to explore. So that's Fruita Campground in Capitol Reef National Park in Utah. I'm walking the Fremont River Trail now, along the orchards, alongside the campgrounds. And there are trails that'll take you up and around. I'll have to check out later up there, and I'll show you some viewpoints.